Hey guys, welcome to the Merch Drop. This show I like to highlight brands that are using custom merch for marketing and promotions to give business owners some ideas for their own campaigns. We're going to talk about a new thing from King's Hawaiian. They have redesigned their logo. So it used to look like a kind of a pineapple on top. So what they did is they rounded the corners and made it a little fluffier, puffier. They call it softer. They also made the type a lot more friendly, a lot more fun and bouncy. You can do a lot more with it. I like it a lot better. They took over O'Hare Airport. And what they did at O'Hare is they set up a booth in the middle of the terminal, Terminal 2, I think, for 2 days. And what you did is if you walked by there and you were so inclined, you could trade the clothes that you were wearing to some comfy software, is what they called it, SOFTWEAR. They set up this really cool booth. And they also had snacks like their pretzel bites, and they make some other snacky stuff. But people came through there and they traded their clothes for sweats that they could fly with. And so if you think about it, you're already at the airport. I mean, you're already getting on a flight, or you're in between changing flights or whatever. So you're already dressed as comfortable as you probably think you need to be. But then they're going to make you take off what you have on and wear their stuff. Travelers were able to step into private changing rooms, and they traded the outfit they were wearing for a new free software sweatsuit. Software as in software. Clean pun, clear message. It's a cool idea. I think it's cool that people actually did it. But this is what they had set up with a mirror and the sweats and changing rooms. That's what the sweats look like. They're tops and a bottom. And this was late August, so a little warm for sweats, but maybe. But there's one guy that just changed his clothes and he's just coming out of the thing. It's pretty funny. This lady got hers, and she's got her clothes in her hand. She's ready to donate. The set also included rolls, pretzel bites, plus comfort items like travel pillows and eye masks. All the traded clothing went to a local Chicago charity. So you walked away comfy for your flight. Someone in the community got help. And you also had some snacks to take on the plane. It's a big win for everybody. Of course, there's tons of stuff on Instagram and pictures and stuff from different people. King's Hawaiian and Fly to O'Hare. I guess that's O'Hare's account. Clear Channel was another company that was part of it. I don't know if Clear Channel had anything to do with it or not. Maybe. There's been 3 or 4 people that have posted about this, and I don't know who actually was the group behind doing the execution. But about the goods, the hoodies themselves, you can get the set for $60. You can buy it because if you missed the thing at O'Hare, you couldn't get it. But you can buy the pants or a sweatshirt separately, or you can buy the set for $60. They also gave away these travel pillow and an eye mask, which is pretty, $13 is pretty cheap for this kind of stuff. So that's cool. And the only thing on here that's sold out so far is just a t-shirt. Everything else has stock. They've even got stuff that's not related to this promotion, but they still have the new font and the new logo treatment. Canvas mini tote, the beach towel. Looks like the hat has a new font. This hat has a new logo. Let's see. Yeah, they've got the rounded logo beach tote. They've got the font there. They've got the font there. And this is perfect. This kind of brand where you just put a little tiny logo mark instead of a big giant, lots of words, billboard type stuff. Much, much better. Much, much classier to have a tiny logo on a hat that's just a hint of what it's about. That's a really smart way to do it. Again, this is the travel pillow. Anyway, it was really awesome. So what can you do with all this? You can, for example, I have a couple of clients that are restaurants. Restaurants, bars, that kind of thing. This one bar in particular does shirts. Twice a year, they do one shirt for a Super Bowl party they have. These are specific event shirts. They do another one for their anniversary, which is coming up this weekend. In fact, we just delivered that order last week. But they do a different shirt for that. Now, what they could do is require you to wear a shirt from a competitor and then have a swap. So I don't know if Chili's had shirts. You could bring your Chili shirt or wear your Chili shirt to this bar and have to take it off and give it back to them to get a shirt from the new place. So that's one idea. And that may or may not work depending on what your situation is, but you got to have a place for people to change. You got to make sure you look at sizes. For example, if you go back over to the sweatshirt, these only go to, let's see. Yeah, 3X. That's it. These only go up to 3X, and I'm a 4X most of the time, 5X sometimes, depending on what it is. Hoodies, forget it. I've got a 5X hoodie at home that it's so tight. I don't know why they do it that way, but hoodies are just run small, I guess. I don't know. But you got to pay attention to sizes. You got to pay attention to, what people are actually wanting to wear. So here's some other ideas. Trade in tea days. Bring in any old t-shirt. Get a premium soft tee with your updated logo. Donate the collected shirts. Here's another idea. Create a soft kit mailer. Use a blanket, thank you note that expands your brand's promise. For an office, for new employees, do a first day fit. And have hoodies, joggers, socks, jackets, and stuff like that. And collect whatever apparel you want for local shelter. I don't know if I would do that for employees. Maybe I would. Target high stress moments like airports, trade show teardowns, late night shifts with comfort-based swags people will actually use. That might be something. I don't want if I give somebody a pillow and say, okay, you're sleeping here tonight because you're working so hard. Well, that's all I have for this one, y'all. If you need help do anything, please let me know. We're here for you. You can reach our website at bigpromotions.net and you can see more episodes at merchdrop.show. Thanks for watching, y'all. YouTube's going to show you one more video. Sorry. How's it? Over here? It's over here. Thanks for watching, y'all. YouTube's going to show you 2 more videos right here. Pick one of those. What a mess. What a deal. And